The ketogenic diet has benefits way beyond weight loss. Can you lose weight with keto? Absolutely. But I'm going to make the argument to pay attention to these 10 non-scale benefits of keto. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you 9 essential lab markers to request from your doctor to really make sure this keto approach is working for you and not against you. Let's do this. Hey Keto Camper, Ben Azadi here. I'm the best-selling author of 4 books. I'm the founder of Keto Camp. Here at Keto Camp, we're on a mission to educate and to inspire 1 billion people. We bring in the thought leaders in the world to talk about keto, fasting, ancient healing strategies. And in this video, we're gonna dive deep into these 10 key non-scale victories on keto. I want you to pay attention to these because these far outweigh, no pun intended, the number on the scale. And you're gonna wanna grab a pen and paper and write down the 9 essential lab markers to request from your doctor that I'm gonna reveal to you with the optimal ranges as well at the end of this video. So make sure you watch this full video to get that resource. Here's why I don't like focusing on the scale. The human body is an amazing creation. I always say, you're a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master. Weight loss will occur and it will be permanent when your body gets healthy. A lot of people who do keto or even teach it get this backwards. They're teaching you to cut calories and focus on weight loss, but the body doesn't lose weight to get healthy. The body gets healthy to lose weight. How do you get healthy? You apply these amazing principles with keto that we teach here to reduce inflammation. So let's get into these key non-scale victories that I want you to pay attention to. Throw out the scale, maybe go 7 weeks without looking on the scale, but pay attention to these key victories that are more important than the number on the scale. The first non-scale victory is going to be more energy. When I first started doing keto, I remember I felt like I had this too much energy, and you might feel the same way. Here's why. When you are teaching your body to keep glucose and insulin low, optimized, you're no longer a sugar burner. You're now a fat burner. Your body's burning fat, and ketones are now being produced by your liver to fuel the brain. So what happens is you have stable glucose and insulin levels, and your body is just burning fat. You don't get that blood sugar roller coaster ride that a lot of people get following the standard American diet. You're gonna wake up refreshed, you're gonna have energy in the afternoon, no more energy slumps. That is a key benefit that I want you to pay attention to. The second benefit is improved brain function. Here's what you're gonna notice. You remember people's names all of a sudden. You're creative, you're resilient. Problems come your way and you turn those problems into opportunities. Before keto, a lot of people have brain fog and they have cognitive issues. They walk into a room and forget what they walked into that room for. They open up the refrigerator and forgot what they were looking for. They lose their keys, they forget names. But ketones, especially beta hydroxybutyrate, which is the one of 3 ketones produced by your body, beta hydroxybutyrate has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and fuel your brain. And I'm telling you, the great land of ketosis is one of the best brain hack benefits of keto you're ever gonna experience. I know without even testing that I'm in ketosis because my brain is just firing on all cylinders. Look, the brain loves fat. The brain is 60 to 70 to 80%, some estimate, of fat. Your cells are made up of fat. Give you an example here. Babies that are breastfed go in and out of ketosis because that breast milk has saturated fat, has cholesterol, and it helps the development of that baby's brain. So ketones will turn your brain on and you're gonna feel like a rock star. The third benefit is lowered inflammation. All roads lead to inflammation. And when I talk about inflammation, I'm referring to specifically cellular membrane inflammation. Out of the 70 trillion cells in your body, you have a lipid bilayer around it called the cell membrane. Lipid meaning fats made up of protein, saturated fat, and cholesterol. And when you give your body the building blocks of fat, what it wants, what it needs to thrive, you're gonna reduce inflammation. You're gonna notice less joint pain, more weight loss because that's a result of lowered inflammation. You're gonna notice just feeling overall better and maybe even reversing some conditions like autoimmune disease, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and others. This is one of the best ways to prolong your life, health, and lifespan is what I'm talking about here. So ketones, keto is a powerful way to reduce inflammation in your body. The fifth non-scale victory is lowered blood sugars. I had mentioned it earlier, when you're eating more fat and protein, it's going to keep glucose and insulin optimal. It's estimated that 88% of Americans are metabolically inflexible. They're having higher than normal blood sugars, higher than level insulin levels, which leads to insulin resistance and then eventually type 2 diabetes. The keto diet is one of the best ways to reverse these conditions, because when we think about the three macronutrients, protein, fat, and carbohydrates, it is the carbohydrates that spike glucose and insulin the most. Protein has a minimal response, and fat doesn't even touch the dial. So as you increase your protein and fat, decrease your carbohydrates, you optimize those glucose levels. The sixth non-scale victory is skin is going to clear. You're gonna notice your skin looks better, more vibrant, younger, and that's because you're lowering inflammation. That's because you're doing some things to improve your gut. That's because you're teaching your body to be a fat burner instead of a sugar burner. Especially those who follow keto and incorporate a lot of collagen protein, that's a great way to overcome skin issues, cellulite, etc. Of course, you need to do this the clean keto way, the way we teach it here at Keto Camp, but as you do it, you're gonna notice some really cool skin benefits. The seventh non-scale victory is going to be better sleep. The result of getting better sleep is just tremendous. Sleep is foundational, it is fundamental. You burn fat during sleep, your brain flushes out toxins during sleep, you repair and you recover. A lot of people who are sugar burners, those who are not doing keto, they get this roller coaster glucose dip in the middle of the night and it wakes them up, cortisol response. When you are keto, fat adapted, now your body is metabolically flexible to convert to burning fat, keeping glucose and insulin stable, keeping you asleep, helping you wake up refreshed, helping you feel good, and you burn more fat during those stages of sleep, especially delta sleep. So you'll notice better sleep. I got 3 more tips for you, and then I'm gonna reveal those lab markers to request. Before I get to that, if you're getting any value so far from this video, please hit the thumbs up button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are dedicated to releasing new videos every single week, and hit the bell so you're notified when there's a new upload or when we go live. 8th benefit is improved exercise capacity. You're gonna notice more muscle gain, more strength, more endurance, and that's because of this metabolic flexibility. You don't have to rely on that protein shake, on those snacks, on the Gatorade to help power you through a workout. Your body is now burning body fat, and that is a lot to burn through because your body has only about 2,000 calories of your sugar reserves in the form of your glycogen stores in liver and muscle cells, but your body fat is almost unlimited. To give you an example, somebody who's lean, 10% body fat or less, they have about 100,000 calories worth of energy on their body. And keto is a great way to tap into that to give you more strength, performance, and endurance during your exercise. Number 9 is going to be better mood. Oh my gosh, is that good for you or is that good for your family? It's good for all of the above. When you have stable glucose and insulin levels, you're gonna just think better. You're gonna be in a better mood. You're gonna feel better, you're gonna be your truest personality, and not only will you benefit, but your family, your friends, your coworker, your environment will also benefit. You're gonna notice a better mood, more enthusiastic. It's gonna help you overcome any of the challenges you might be dealing with. Overall, keto makes you more resilient. And the 10th benefit is you're gonna be able to inspire and help your friends, your family, your coworkers, your community. As they see you transform your health, they're gonna ask questions. Hey Betty, how did you do it? Hey Mark, how did you do that? And you're gonna be able to share with them what you've been doing, and that's how we change the world. That's how we put a dent in disease. We change ourselves, we fill our cup up, and then we start changing the lives of those around us. And then they start changing the lives of those around them. And that's how we make a difference in this world. Okay, I promised you those 9 lab markers. I want you to write these down. I'm also gonna drop them down in the notes down below with the optimal ranges will be in parentheses. The first lab marker that you want to request from your doctor is what's called a hemoglobin A1C. Now the A1C is the 3-month average of your blood sugar. That gives you a good idea of what is going on with your glucose. So we want to see this below 5.2. That's the goal to get to. If you're over 6.2, 6.4 or above, you're diabetic, and right below that, you're pre-diabetic. So if you're up there, you could definitely bring that down in a short amount of time. The goal is to get below 5.2 on your A1C score. The second lab marker to look at is the C-peptide. Now the C-peptide is looking at the pancreas and the beta cells specifically in your pancreas. The beta cells is what produces insulin. And a lot of people who have insulin resistance or type 2 diabetes will see some wonky numbers in their C-peptide. So the optimal ranges to be in for your C-peptide is 0.8 to 3.8. Anywhere in there is considered optimal in my book. The third marker to request is your vitamin D, specifically 25 hydroxy vitamin D blood serum. Look, vitamin D is not just a vitamin, it's a steroid hormone. And it's been determined. I interviewed a gentleman, Dr. Anthony J, on my Keto Camp podcast earlier this year. He said if your vitamin D was above 50, it's almost impossible to get a cytokine storm from COVID or any other virus out there. It really protects your immune system. It helps with cholesterol. It helps with overall inflammation. So a lot of people have a vitamin D deficiency. He said 50, but I think the optimal range for your blood vitamin D is over 60. Anywhere between 60 and 100 would be a good range to hit. So make sure you get that marker done and get it into the optimal range. It's sad that the standard reference range shows from 30 to 100, meaning if you walk into your doctor, got the vitamin D, and it's 32, they'll tell you, keep up the good work. You are in a good range, but that in reality is a deficiency. Get it over 60. You could do that by, of course, getting some more sunlight, don't get burned. You could do that by taking vitamin D supplementation and also eating keto-friendly foods that are rich in vitamin D. Eggs, mushrooms, and there's a few others as well. So get those vitamin D levels into an optimal range. The next marker is called homocysteine. This is a great inflammatory marker looking at your blood vessels, and we want to see this in an optimal range. I think 5 to 7, anywhere between 5 and 7, homocysteine is a good inflammatory range to be in. The next marker is high sensitivity C-reactive protein. This is a good marker assessing your risk of a cardiovascular event, a heart attack, a stroke. It's a great inflammatory marker, and I believe the optimal range for this is below 1.0. The next marker is HDL-C. HDL standing for high density lipoprotein count. This is going to give you your total HDL count. HDL is a protective lipid marker, and we want to see this over 60, 60. The next marker is triglycerides. This is, the higher it goes, the more inflammatory processes that are going on in your body. Ideally, we want to see your triglycerides below 100. Then you want to take, this is the next marker, you want to take your total triglycerides, you want to divide that by your total HDL, and you want to get a ratio. That ratio should be under 2. If it's under 2, you are at low risk of a heart attack, stroke, heart disease, etc. So I'll say it again, total triglyceride divided by HDL, get that number. We want to see that less than 2. The ninth marker is going to be HOMA-IR. This is a great insulin resistance test to see if you are in fact insulin resistant. A lot of people are insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, and they have no idea. Typically takes 10 to 15 years to be diagnosed, but if you do this test, you could see it right now and you could work on those numbers. So there you have it. Focus on those non-scale victories, get those lab markers done, check out the notes down below, and if this video was valuable to you, smash the thumbs up button. If you want to check out my 10-part series on how to do keto the right way, where we dive even deeper into keto, the right foods to eat, cholesterol, fat loss, fasting, keto flexing, I encourage you to hit this video on the screen, watch my 10-part series, check out the notes down below, and share this video with a friend. I'll see you in the next video.